Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong. Welcome to the Back Office Teardown Lab. Today we've got this. Any idea what it might be? Lithium-ion batteries. Explodes if damaged, or if you're a Samsung owner, it might just explode in your pocket. And this, which is an Apple iPhone. A bit of a grubby one, it's an old one. Problem is with it, apparently it's not holding charge, and its owner has asked me to repair it. I've never done that, or at least not since an original sort of iPhone, so I said okay, I'll have a go. It gives me a chance to have a look in one of these kits, because you do see them on eBay. I think it was about £5, and that includes apparently a battery, which we have right here, and a toolkit. And that's the really handy bit, because none of us want to waste time having to buy tools, and these tools might only last the one go, but that's as long as we need them to last, really. So we have the battery, we have two spludgers, whatever they're called, two of the guitar pick type thingies, a small Phillips, a small flat blade, a small, whatever you call it, pentalobe. Yep, the screwdriver for the screws at the bottom, that's all you really need to know. This sort of keyring thing, which goes with this sucky thing, which is to suck off the screen. Let's see if it's still actually adequately sucky. In fact, look at that, it's really bad. Oh no, okay, it is bad, but you can make it work. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'll have to go with other options if it fails. So we're going to try to extract this by taking out these two tiny screws. And yep, it is working. We're going to have to really zoom in if you want to actually see these. If I could convince the camera to even focus on them. So yeah, it's these teeny screws. So get rid of those. And while you're unscrewing it, look around your desk or office and see where you're going to put those screws when you're done, because they're so tiny, they're going to get lost. And I, for the life of me, cannot see anything. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to stick them to a bit of tape, which I'm going to stick on my desk. So we've got our bit of tape. I'm going to turn in on itself, and we're going to stick that right there. So I'm kind of surprised at this. I mean, I'm just going by the owner's, word, really. They said that the battery doesn't charge, and it might be the charger, and it might be all sorts of reasons. So, holy smokes, where did that go? Yeah, be careful with that, because that screw just absolutely disappeared. I feel it's hiding somewhere here. Whew! Thank gosh, just off camera, the second screw is. Be really careful, you saw how that thing wanted to jump. Right, so we got the screws out the bottom. So if this is like any other iPhone, it means you've got to sort of get this screen off, which won't want to come. So we're just going to apply a bit of our sucky here, which does sort of seem to kind of work a bit. Yes, there we go. So you might not have seen that. My nail, I was holding the frame down with my fingernail whilst just pulling it up this edge, and normally on iPhones they've got a ribbon cable at the head end, and indeed this does. And I'm going to open it very gently, and you might not be able to see it, maybe you can. There we go. It's a ribbon cable sitting right here. Be careful of that, don't break it. In fact, look at it, it's not enough for the screen to perch on, so get something heavy like this box of CDs and leave that there. And really, if you want to take even more care, I've got this tape here just sitting here. I'm just going to put a bit of tape around that so that screen cannot flop over. So there's our battery. So first things first, wrong friggin' battery. Arse potatoes. Yeah. What is this iPhone? I need to go back. I was told it was an iPhone 6. So is a 6P bigger than a 6, or what's going on? Okay, let's pretend this battery is the right battery, and we're just going to continue on with the sort of dismantling. And what I can tell, looking at the new battery, even though it's wrong, is that the connector is going to be underneath here. So I'm just going to use my Phillips screwdriver and be very careful not to lose the screws. Ah, look, the left one was longer than the right. Could be useful to know that. So it's going to be a case of disconnecting that, which I don't really feel the need to right now, but just to show, oh sod it, why don't I show you what to do? Get your spludger or something like that. Try to zoom in for you. Very cautiously, not trying to snap the screen. And you see there, this piece underneath here, get your spludger in the edge very gently, and there you go, that's the battery disconnected right there. See it flopping around. Now my understanding for these sort of systems, because you can see it's bonded straight to the case, it's going to have these adhesive strips. These two tags that you can see here, and I'm just going to again maybe position the whole thing, there we go, just to show you, you can actually undo them normally. Yes, here you go, see that? So you can actually peel back this adhesive, and the idea is you can sort of yank on it and yank on it. You just sort of keep pulling it and it will eventually wind its way round, and that will release the battery. So there we go, that's how you do it. That's how you fail to install a new battery because your battery's so humongous. So we might as well just put this back. So what I would assume, if you did have the right battery, which would have just taken like a nanosecond to fit, which would have been great, you just swap that in and then just pop this clip back on, just like I've done, and snip snip, Bob's your auntie. So I'm just going to put the smaller of the two screws, if I can find it. You might want to get yourself some tweezers, so that's one thing that doesn't come in the kit, but you can see I'm extensively using them. But maybe if you're young and you got tiny fingers, you'll be alright. Whoa! That was me almost ruining the ribbon cable that we have vowed not to ruin. There's two clips here, I've just noticed that. I'll turn that over for you. See these clips? There's some clip features. Make sure they go in first into the frame. See, it's hinging then. It hinges on the frame. Let's rock this frame back on. And that's it. The two annoying screws in the bottom. Ah! Bloody things. Again, really, tweezers, guys. The screwdrivers in the kit, though, do seem to be sufficient for doing all this stuff. And then I've got to find out what sort of iPhone this is. Where does it say? It says iPhone model A1586. I have to Google that now and see what the bloody hell went on with this battery. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of me utterly failing to install a battery, but I think you can follow the first part. You'll get it. You'll get there most of the way. Now, do I just bother even sending this battery back for the £5? I think not. So I hope this has been informative to you. Please feel free to comment down below, click like and subscribe, and as ever, thank you for watching.